The year is 1473 BC, after fleeing the wrath of Pharaoh and crossing the parted Red Sea. Moses leads his people, the ancient Israelites, through the wilderness on their way to the Promised Land. Along the way, they stop at a place called Sinai, where Moses goes up to the top of a mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. There, he receives the 10 Commandments from God. And when he comes down the mountain, the people are so excited to hear God's laws that they demand that Moses make them a portable temple to house these laws. So that's exactly what he does. In this video, we're going to take a look at one of the most important relics in all of history. An artifact that's even more valuable than the Dead Sea Scrolls, more powerful than the Staff of Moses, and more sacred than the very mountain that God himself chose to dwell in. It is none other than the Ark of the Covenant. Now, there are many claims and counterclaims regarding the Ark's location, its construction, and who may have actually seen it. Some claim it still exists today. Others say it was destroyed thousands of years ago. But one thing is for certain. The Ark of the Covenant was an object of immense religious significance. That played a central role in the worship of the one true God. So let's dive right in and discover some hidden truths about this mysterious artifact. After receiving the 10 Commandments, Moses called for the most skilled craftsmen among the Israelites, including his brother Aaron, to come to him and help build an ornate chest made out of acacia wood, overlaid with gold, 2.5 cubits high, a cubit wide, and a cubit deep, with 2 golden angels named cherubim on the lid, facing each other. The chest was to be carried by 4 golden rings attached to the crossbars that rested on the shoulders of priests. Inside the chest was to be placed a copy of the 10 Commandments, along with Aaron's rod that budded and bloomed while he was high priest. Sometime later, the Israelites set up camp near a place called Rephidim, where they were attacked by the Amalekite army. Fearing defeat, the people stood around the ark, pleading with Moses to do something. So Moses went up onto a nearby hill, lifted up his hands toward heaven, and the Israelites won. This was the first time that the ark's power was demonstrated in battle. It would not be the last. When the Israelites neared the borders of Canaan, the land God had promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they stopped at a place called Gilgal. Here, before crossing the Jordan River into Canaan, the men of Israel circumcised themselves, and 12 stones were taken from the riverbed and erected as a memorial. Near here, at a place called Adam, the ark was carried into battle again, this time against the king of Canaan, Sihon. Once again, the mere presence of the ark gave Israel's army confidence and strength, allowing them to defeat their enemies. Finally, the ark reached Jerusalem, where it was placed inside the tabernacle and remained there until Solomon built the first temple, also called the first house of Yahweh, where it was then moved to. It is believed that the ark was placed in the Holy of Holies, the innermost chamber of the temple, behind the veil. Only the high priest was allowed to enter this area, and only once a year on the Day of Atonement. But the ark's presence wasn't limited to the physical walls of the temple. It was also present in the hearts and minds of those who worshipped in it. When the prophet Elijah challenged the prophets of Baal to a contest on Mount Carmel, he prayed fervently for God to send fire from heaven to consume his sacrifice. And God answered his prayer in a way that demonstrated his power over the elements. The very mountains shook and everyone fell to their knees before the living God. The Ark of the Covenant was captured by the Babylonians in 586 BC during the siege of Jerusalem and taken to Babylon, never to be seen again. Or was it? Some believe it may have been hidden away somewhere in the ancient city of David, possibly beneath the Temple Mount or within the walls of the Western Wall, where it awaits the Messiah's return to Israel and the establishment of his kingdom. Hey everyone! Thanks for watching this episode! If you enjoyed it, be sure to check out the others in the series. And don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every week. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.